Hello everyone, a very good afternoon. Guys, a major event has occurred which has caused the condition of chaos and panic throughout the global financial market. So what has happened? Guys, Japan has raised the interest rate to nearly 2.7 to 2.8%. Now this development has occurred after 25 years in Japan. That means from past 25 years, the interest rate in Japan were nearly 0%. So just imagine you could borrow the money from Japan for practically at 0% and could invest it anywhere. You could have invested it in US bond market, you could have got 3 to 4% of return. You could have invested it in Indian bond market, you could have got 6% return. If you would have invested it in Indian equity market, you would have got 12 to 14% of return, and so on. So just imagine that getting the money at 0% and investing it at any other international market could have fetched you good returns annually. And even if you remove all the transaction cost, that is to change the currency from one form to another, that is forex cost, or any other transaction cost or brokerage involved, still easily you could have earned 5 to 6% or more depending on your investment. But now the entire dynamics have changed because now Japan has raised the interest to 2.7%. And let me tell you the implication of it. The implication of it is that now people who borrowed the money from Japan at 0% and invested it at, let's say, 4% or 5%, and by removing or after removing the transaction cost, they were able to earn 2 to 3%. Now, these people would not be able to earn any profit because all of their profit would be gone in paying interest that has been charged by Japan as of now, right? So now what would these people do? These people would liquidate their money which they have invested in, let's say, maybe bond market of US, and that has been done by many institutions throughout the world. They borrowed from Japan and they invested it in US market. They would liquidate their money, right? That means the money would be withdrawn of the bond market, of the US bond market. People who have invested in, let's say, US equity market, they would also withdraw their money because they have to pay the interest back here. They have to clear their debt in Japan. So now when the money would be withdrawn out of the equity market of US, the stock market can crash. And in the same fashion, not only the institutions, even the governments have adopted the same methodology. They borrowed from Japan at zero interest rate and invested it various places, various financial establishments to earn profits. Now, all these profits are in the danger of getting wiped out because they have to pay back the money, and that too with the interest. Now, so this first of all can lead to a global stock market crash. It can also lead to global financial crash. Okay, this is a situation which can boil down to global financial crisis, and this has started already. And that's why the stock market, equity market, and even the bond market throughout the world are presently in the state of nervousness. They are not certain that what would happen next, and this situation of nervousness is leading to fall in the prices of the bonds and of the shares throughout the world, which we are observing starting from 19th of November. Okay, secondly, guys, the question arises that why out of all sudden after 25 years Japan has raised the interest rate from 0 to 2.8%. Guys, the reason for it is the high inflation. Okay, there has been high inflation in Japan from past many years. Okay, and this inflation has enforced the Japanese central bank to hike the interest rate to curb the inflation. They have got no other alternative left, so now they are following the hard money policy or the contractionary monetary policy, trying to increase the interest rate. so that the inflation can reduce. Why? Because due to such high inflation rate, the real wages have really become negative lately in Japan. And when real wages will become negative, then obviously laborers would choose leisure over work. Keeping all these scenarios in their equation, Japanese central bank decided to hike the interest rate, and due to this hike in interest rate, the global financial market throughout the world is now in the danger of crisis. Thank you.